What's up guys, Joe here, welcome back to my channel, and today we are back with episode 2 of the Tour de France. I think actually episode 47, would you believe now, of T-Mobile Bianchi, and 7 stages in to the Tour de France. Remco Evenepoel holds the yellow jersey right now. We're only just inside the top 10 and we're behind Amar in the GC, which shows how many mountains we've had so far, but that is set to change today. Looking swiftly ahead to today's stages then, we start with the first big climbing day of this year's tour, and then we have a massive stage. Look at some of these climbs, guys. Massive day there in the GC to start us off today. Sprint stage, and then another big mountain stage, Mont Ventoux, on 2 occasions, of course. This is, I've realised, the parkour from the upcoming tour this season, the 2021 Tour de France. So we can preview the race here, I guess. But stage 12 is a flatter one again. Same with stage 13. And then I think the final stage today, a punchy stage, which definitely could be quite difficult. Away we go then, guys. And it's a great day for us today. Kemna and Brenner both on big plus days. And I think we can start by trying to get, a couple riders in today's breakaway. And so we do get a couple riders in the break. Bisker and Rutsch, 2 pretty strong helpers, not too strong in the mountains, but definitely we can try and use these guys later on. But the likes of TS Benoot up the road, Dan Martin, Thomas de Gent as well. It's a strong group. So on a downhill section right now, 4.5 minutes is the lead currently for the breakaway. I thought it could be a breakaway stage, but now seems like it's in the favour of the peloton. Tempo has been up then onto this final section of climbing. We have some heavy climbs right here. They may not be the longest, but they certainly are steep, and I think Bisker and Rutsch could come in very handy here despite struggling to hold the wheels of these pure climbers. Peter Sagan leads the peloton onto the foot of the Col de Rome. 8.3k, 9.3% on average. You can see Rutsch and Bisker as well just setting up at this stage, but they can definitely help us out with protecting our leaders. Brenner getting forced so far back. He was at the front about 500 meters ago. What has happened there? Okay, and I did not expect this because El Squalo is on the attack. Vincenzo Nibali attacks. Okay, I'm not going to chase that. We'll sit in with Lenny, Kemna, Brenner as well. We'll make sure other teams are doing work, but Miguel Angel Lopez is the next man to attack. Let's make sure we're staying to the front then, because these are some big guns attacking, especially Lopez, with Nibali now declining. At the head of the race, we still have about 7 riders together. But Nibali has been caught, and the Ineos Grenadiers are struggling to catch Miguel Angel Lopez, who is on one right now. Pino on the attack too. We have 1k to go in this climb. I think it would be useful to keep Taburi here, despite the likes of Evenepoel, Roglic, Pogačar as well on the attack. But I think Taburi is going to collapse towards the top of this climb. We have 38 riders apparently still here, but I think it's going to be much less very shortly as Pino is pressing on right now. Let's try and stay in this front group on the wheel of Marco, Brenner, Pogačar, Evenepoel, Carapaz, Caruso. We're in good company right here, and we stay in the group. 22 riders, and it's still splitting. Over the climb then, we have 14 riders left. I think still Lopez is up the road. He has 40 seconds on this group of elite favourites. We still have so much climbing to go as well. And out the back, the likes of Kruijswijk is gone. Jack Haig as well. And immediately onto the Colombier, we have Carapaz looking to make a move. But to be honest, we are struggling right now. Let's sit up, make sure the other teams are working. And I think this group behind are rejoining just about. But now, Egan Bernal, the world champion, and Tadej Pogačar attack up to Miguel Angel Lopez. We have 5k to go in this climb. It's very steep all the way to the top. Roglic and Evenepoel are working right now. At the head of the race, it's Lucas Hamilton holding the lead as Brenner does crack. The German champ is gone for the day, and Kemna is alone. So it's mostly back together, and Kemna is just going to try and press on a little bit as we still have a few escapees, but Lopez has been caught from the group up the road, and it's a very small group now, down to 14 riders. Kemna has some energy, so you know what, let's try it. Lenny Kemna can try a little kick off the front, try and avoid TS Benoot and Port swerving across the road for some reason. Let's press on here, and these guys are going to have to try and chase Kemna. Let's drop this to 72, that should be okay. And this is going to hopefully put the likes of Caruso in some trouble, and maybe some other contenders as well. But it will be TS Benut doing some great work for Sunweb Alliance over the top. But Kemna can continue pressing on here as we're seeing Micah dropped, Richie Port, Emmerich Mas as well, Benut, Pino, Evenepoel, Roglic, they're all struggling right here, and Kemna leads the GC contenders into this descent right now. Let's relay at 85. We have Martin, Pogacar, Kelderman, and Bernal on our wheel. Lopez, Roglic, and like I said, Evenepoel. The yellow jersey is currently out the back. I'm trying to really press on here, but the likes of Pogacar really are relying on me. Let's sit up and try and get Pogacar and Bernal to come through. Kelderman, who is set to try and push towards, of course, Remco in the yellow jersey right now, is not doing any work in this descent at all. And this 30-second gap is going to be close, but only 4k to go. We can definitely go 99, I think, to the line right here, and we should get this gap. But Lucas Hamilton from the early breakaway is seemingly going to take the stage win today. Let's just sit on Pogacar's wheel, I think, coming into the final kilometre. Lucas Hamilton can celebrate. He's going to win stage 8 of the Tour de France. Kemna trying to sprint past Pogacar. He is far too quick though. He is going to mop up the bonus seconds. We just miss out on 3rd place today. But we get a sizable gap here to Roglic and Evenepoel and others. I did not expect that at all. So we gained just under 30 seconds on that group behind. Pogacar actually got a little gap as well with that insane sprint for a climber. But yeah, we take that. A great stage today. Great signs ahead, and Kemna now into the top 5 overall. On to the massive stage 9 then to Teen today. Look at the final climb, 22k. Again, we've got a couple riders in the break. They are Vadim Pronsky and Jonas Ruch, both on very, very good days. Biska has been dropped already from that group alongside a bunch of other guys, and we're waiting for the race to really explode. But having Pronsky especially up the road today is going to be super helpful. And also, I almost forgot to mention, Lenny Kemna is actually in polka dots, which is of course very, very nice to see. Didn't actually intend to go for that, but we can't complain there. Right now then, we have 8 riders remaining at the front, including the likes of David Gaudu, Champoussin as well. Pronsky is also here. He is really, really struggling. Let's just set our own tempo for the rest of this climb and try and move up as well a little with Kemna and Brenner. And we are witnessing an incredible tempo right now, and we are struggling to even hold our place in this group. Let's sit up. There are riders struggling all over this road. Riders getting blocked as well. It's a bit of a nightmare. Cannot lie, it's been a nightmare of a stage, but we do have Kemna, Brenner and now Pronsky, who has been caught from that break in the main peloton of just 33 riders as we head towards the absolute mammoth final climb. We still have 4.5 minutes up to the guys at the very front. It's Gaudu and Samitier the strongest. We're into the foot of the climb to Teen then. It's Sivakov on the front. I'm going to be playing this defensively today. Despite the good race days, it's been a really difficult stage, like I said. Lots of blocks, lots of sudden increases in the rhythm. So I'm going to try and just hover to the back of this group. Maybe if we're feeling good to the top, we can try something. Okay, and suddenly 15k to go. We are seeing attacks by Pogacar, Lopez, Evenepoel. What is going on here? Let's up this rhythm to 90. Pronsky is struggling, as you see. Sosa as well. Sosa, I despise you. I really, really do. Why? Why on earth would he feel the need to do that? But it all comes back together. Again, Kemna can sit up. We can have Brenner protecting us now as well. 26 are left at the front, but still 13k to go. Emmerich Mas is done as well. That is a surprise to me. He was only 2 minutes down in the GC. We can see that Caruso is done also, and now at the front, it's the world champ as we're blocked so many times. It's just a nightmare, I tell you guys. Anyway, Bernal and Evenepoel are now on the attack. We're going to keep Brenner here for as long as possible, at least to the foot of this little steep pitch, and still so long to go. We now have 8k to go in this stage. 13 riders are left in this group with Bernal and Evenepoel just off the front. I think they will be caught as Evenepoel, of course, is in yellow, and Brenner is now done for the day. Great to have him supporting us so long on that +4 day. Can we now try and capitalise on this? 7k to go. This is the steepest section remaining, and Pogacar and Roglic are now struggling. Okay, that is going to entice me into a little move off the front. Thibaut Pinot feeling good today as well, seemingly upping the rhythm. We haven't dropped anyone. We've brought in Evenepoel and Bernaldo, and we're going to try and continue pressing on here. 6k to go. Of course, we can't go this tempo to the top, but Carapaz is done now. That was the steepest section remaining, like I said, so I wanted to try it there. We haven't been able to drop anyone though. So still 8 riders at the front. Okay, we've dropped a few. Roglic is done. He is out the back here with Remco again coming to the front. 4k to go then. We still have 14 riders here. Another little move by Lenny. We've got to try it. Let's go to 75. Can't go much quicker than that. The 13 riders behind start to look at each other. Of course, Kemna is going to start struggling at this rhythm very, very quickly. Let's go 72. Still 3k to go, but it does kind of peak with about 1.5k to go. You can see the top of this climb. We have a minute's lead right here. Oh my, and Kemna, are we riding ourselves into yellow here, guys? I'm not even sure, but 2k to go. We crest that little climb. Let's go 65. Try and go 65 to the line. These guys don't really have much more to give at all. And Lenny Kemna has ridden his way into the yellow jersey at the Tour de France. What on earth, guys? Out of nowhere, but Lenny Kemna. These guys had nothing. They could not respond to that move. Well, that was somewhat of a surprise for sure. There were some splits in the group behind. Nothing really major though, I think. The likes of Evenepoel and Bernal could have played that much, much better. I guess they were all on their limit though, and Kemna rides his way into yellow just ahead of Remco and Pogacar right now. That is a crazy stage. On to a flat stage today then, and you can see T-Mobile Bianchi in yellow for the second time of the race, of course, after Brenner earlier on. But today we're riding for our sprinter, Rick Zabel. So going for the intermediate sprint, Zabel trying to take a few points for the green jersey. It's not too bad a sprint. We did beat the current green jersey as well, and we're in the top 5, but Demar and Ewan getting away. We need a better finish in the final today to really move up in this competition. So we now have 7.5k to go in the stage, guys. Jonas Rich trying to move up with Pronsky, Gamper, Biska, and then of course Zabel, who's on a great day. All our lead out are on a great day. So to be fair, if there's a day we're going to win a sprint at this Tour de France, I hope it can be today. Let's go up to 99 here early with Jonas Rich on the front. We do have some very strong wins today, but I think putting us on the front is the best option as Rich is done for the day. Pronsky now into the final 3 kilometers. We're in just the perfect position as well into the final 2.5k now. Gamper up to 99 past Pronsky. We struggled to do that. Let's try and sprint right here with Stefan Biska from the front. Here comes Zabel into the final kilometre. I've gone a little early. I've gone way too early. Not happening today. Shocker by me today. And it's going to be Arnaud Démare taking the stage win. I just went way too early. What was I thinking there? And I think we're going to miss out on the top 10. Back to the mountains today then, guys. And today we're in defensive mode because Kemna in yellow is just trying to hold on to that jersey. 2 ascents of Mont Ventoux up 2 different sides of the climb, and then a descent into the finish today. Climbing begins then. We have 4.5 minutes up to a 17-man break today. Again, Gaudu probably the strongest in that group. So the Tour de France makes its way onto Mont Ventoux for the first time this season, and 123 riders are here. This ascent really isn't too steep. It's the second ascent, which is going to be massive. Coming towards the top then of the mythical climb for the first time, 60 riders are now left. Still 5 minutes to the breakaway, by the way. They look pretty set to win the stage. I would suggest Gaudu, Bernut are the favourites there. And yeah, we're sitting in waiting for the final climb of Mont Ventoux. Here we go then, guys. This is what we have been waiting for. If we can hold yellow on this stage, we should be set for the next couple of stages as well. So really hoping we have a strong performance here by Lenny and co. And still having 3 other riders to support Kemna is going to be massive for sure. 11k still to go on Mont Ventoux. Still the Ineos Grenadiers try to press on, working for the world champion. I am certain to see him attack on this climb. And there you go. As soon as I say that, Kemna, I've been trying to make our way to the front. Brenner's been able to. Kemna somehow not able to so far. Very frustrating. 8k to go then. Still no one has made their way off the front, but this time it seems to be a big move by Remco, Pogacar, Bernal and co trying to create some separation to the yellow jersey. We're trying to rely on Brenner for as long as we can, as the likes of Rigo Aran starting to struggle. Primoz Roglic is struggling as well. You can see 7k to go in the climb. Kemna is going to be by himself, and we have escapees, and it's a big group. This is not ideal. Only a few riders here from the GC, but Bernal is now struggling as Remco Evenepoel kicks on Mont Ventoux, starting to struggle a little as well though. So Kemna's going to try and make a little push here, see if we can join up with those guys. And that push has seen Roglic go straight out the back of this group. I swear, Mas, if you try and block me, I'm not going to be very happy. So we are making a late surge right now, helped by Groschartner, who's helping Emmanuel Bookman. And there you are. We are going to rejoin with the other favourites. We can sit up for sure right now. Tempo at maybe 65. Just try and stay to the front and protect this jersey. I am shocked at the form we've seen by Roglic this Tour de France. He has been absolutely nowhere. I thought that was Pinot as well, who had been dropped, but Gaudu is here. And it does seem that Thibaut Pinot has also been dropped. Actually, if we take a look, Pinot is so far back in this group. So 900 meters to go on Mont Ventoux. Everyone seems done until Tadej Pogacar puts in a little move. He can't really sustain it though, and Kemna is going to be able, I think, to react to all the moves here. We can try and cross Mont Ventoux in first place, lead these guys into the descent. A sign of dominance right now of Lenny Kemna at this year's Tour de France. We have Lopez, Bernal, Pogacar, Hamilton and Evenepoel, with Bookman just trying to get back on. So it really is up to these guys to try and attack me into this descent, but I do think we will compete for this together in a sprint. Bookman, not the best descender. He's going to struggle to get back on for sure. We have less than 5k to go. I've hopped into the wheel of Tadej Pogacar, but I think Bernal, who has led us the entire way pretty much after Kemna into this descent. Let's try and get in his wheel in the rainbow bands. 3k to go now. This is going to be a sprint. Pogacar, definitely the favourite, but Bernal can sprint as well. 1k to go. Let's try and follow the Colombian into the final kilometre. We're going for the line. Here comes Pogacar, but it's going to be a surprise win for Lucas Hamilton. We ended up in 5th place in the end, but we do get some pivotal time gaps back to the likes of Roglic, who is going to lose upwards of a minute. Same with Thibaut Pinot and everyone else in this group. Now, I don't want to speak too early here, but it's starting to become evident that Lenny Kemna, Tadej Pogacar, Remco Evenepoel and Egan Bernal are the prime contenders for this Tour de France. The only riders now within a minute of Lenny Kemna, and you can see a gap forming to Kelderman in 5th place behind. This is going to be a fun battle for yellow. On we go then in this great race entitled the Tour de France. And today, I think we will have a sprint stage. No wins, Zabel a +2. This is the one, I can feel it. So we come towards this intermediate sprint. Jonas Rutsch on a +5 day, really helpful for Zabel, who will be in the final also. Let's see if Zabel can catapult himself up the green jersey standings at all here. I think he does do pretty well right there, and we're still in the top 5 just about. So we now have 8 or 7k in fact to go. Let's try and come to the front. Jonas Rutsch, a +5 day. He has 81 flat right now, and that is going to really help us hopefully get right to the front of this group. And even Gamper, Bisker, Zabel, they're struggling to follow the big German today, but 5k to go. We can probably go 99, and great race days again for our entire lead out. This should really help us in theory. Just need to make sure we don't go too early. But Jonas Rutsch putting our guys in such a great position here into the final 2k. What a ride by Jonas Rutsch. I've probably gone a little early again here, but we'll try and hold it to the line. Round the corners. Here goes Zabel trying to go for the line. It's not going to be, sadly. And Olav Koy takes the win for Alpecin Phoenix. Zabel just not quite strong enough at this Tour de France, I'm afraid, to grab that win just yet. And by the way, I noticed we had no Antonio Taburi in that stage, and I think I missed an email because he's injured. Antonio Taburi is injured. He's going to have to withdraw from the race. He finished the stage, which is what caught me out here, but Taburi is out of the Tour de France. Yeah, he's got a persistent virus, which has meant Taburi has gone home from his first Grand Tour. Real shame, and that is a massive helper in the mountains gone. Just PCM being PCM, guys. Zabel gets the +5 on the non-sprinter stage after a couple opportunities. Always happens. I'm not surprised at all anymore, but of course Kemna is the man to look out for today. Could be a GC day, you know. These climbs are not easy, and that last one has a really steep pitch as well, the Col de Saint Louis. Again then, we do have a pretty good breakaway up the road, the likes of Ben Tullett, Damiano Caruso, Stefan Kung, so a varied group with Phil Gilbert up the road as well. I have some decisions to make, you know, because Zabel on a +5, he does have 75 hill, 63 mountain, not quite as good, but does that mean we can maybe try and get Rick over these climbs today? And if he's there, I'm sure he'll be one of the quickest men in that front group. I think that's what I'm going to try. We're doing our best here, guys. 4K to go. It's a very quick tempo though, so it's making it very difficult. Zabel is really doing his best. You can see Bisker is as well. Bisker is another option who can sprint pretty well. If we can stay here, we'll be in a great place, but it's looking difficult for Rick even on this great day. But maybe not impossible. This is the highest point of the stage. If Rick can just get over this final section of climbing 500 meters to the top of this climb right now. We have 64 riders here, and Rick Zabel is just clinging on to this group. If not, we're just out the back, and we have Pronsky to help us out as well. So we have Bisker here, and also Zabel, with just 50 or 60 riders at the front. But I'm afraid to say it does look like Rick is now gone. We've really tried to keep him here. Bisker is struggling as well, and to be honest, it's looking more like a GC day. Situation then, at the front of the race, Caruso and TS Benut have a 2-minute lead, to be fair. 44 riders are all that remain in the peloton, and Bisker, if we can get him over that massive climb, Saint Louis, I mean, he has a great chance of the stage for sure. Then 6 riders further back, you can see no real sprinters, and then we're starting to see in this 14-man group, Rick Zabel. He's 2 minutes behind. It's probably too late. Maybe time to turn our attention to Bisker. The tempo we're seeing right now by Jumbo Visma is unbelievable. Bisker and a few riders struggling to hold on. Kuss is gone. Peter Sagan is gone for Facebook Trek. That is huge for us. That is absolutely huge right there for sure. And Bisker for now surely has to be one of the quickest. Looking through this group then, there are 2 real danger men to me. One of them is this man, Ivan Garcia Cortina. The other is his teammate, Michael Matthews. So Bahrain McLaren look like they're in a great position, and they should be pressing on the front if they're not already for sure, because this is a great chance for them to win a stage at the Tour. But now the Col de Saint Louis is getting underway. 2.5k to go in this climb. The steepest pitch is now done. It hasn't been an electric tempo, and now we see Tadej Pogacar attack. Of course, Kemna is going to have to stay to the front. Michael Lopez as well, trying to follow that wheel, and this could be the moment we say goodbye to Stefan Bisker, sadly, today. But Kemna should be okay. Almeida's going to work for Remco, who's still in this group, so we don't need to follow that at all with Kemna. Come on, Stefan, push it over the top, my man. And we're just about going to stay here, you know, with Stefan Bisker, and more riders have been shared out the back as well. Another potential challenger, Greg Van Avermaet, is forced out the back. 5k to go. Marco Brenner is on the front. Kemna can probably just follow Tadej Pogacar. Perfect wheel. We can use Stefan Bisker's energy gel. It's pretty much downhill until this point right here. Bisker has enough energy for sure to try and take this one in a sprint. 2k to go. We have Pierre Latour on our wheel. Let's try and lead out Stefan Bisker into the finish right now. Let's go. Stefan Bisker going for the stage. Pogacar on his wheel. Bisker trying to hold him off. Oh my. Tadej Pogacar steals it. That is heartbreaking. Oh my word. Bisker set to win the stage. Oh, I cannot lie right there. That is a brutal loss. Oh my, I thought we had it in a sprint. Bisker, much better sprinter than Pogacar. Clearly he was on a good day, and also he sat in my slipstream, or Bisker's slipstream, absolutely perfectly. Came off it at just the right moment. I mean, Garcia Cortina, Matthews, they were still there and nowhere in the sprints. I felt like that was ours to lose. Anyway, we finished the episode still in the lead of the race. We cannot complain, and I'm looking forward to the next one. I hope you are too, where Kemna, Evenepoel, Pogacar and Egan Bernal will go for yellow. Anyway guys, drop a like on the video if you enjoyed today, drop a sub to my channel as well if you're new, and I will see you in the next one.